Hello, and today I want to talk about the emotional roller coaster ride of being in business. Yeah, it is, isn't it? One day we're happy as, the next day we're down in the dumps. And it is a roller coaster ride, and I think it really hit home to me when I was attending an award ceremony in New York. So I was lucky enough, fortunate enough, maybe lucky is not the right word. I've done the hard work, and I was a finalist in the Stevie International Women in Business Awards held in New York, and so very, very exciting. I knew I was a finalist. I didn't know what happened from there, and I was a finalist in 2 categories. Looked at the run sheet for the day and for the night in terms of the order, and my first category was up the 6th, I think, from the beginning. So on tenterhooks, once they started, nerves set in, and you get kind of all excited about, this is kind of cool, I'm going to, get up on stage and win my award, and you go in expecting to win. Well, I do. Once you're a finalist, you're going to go, okay, well, I'm really in with a chance to win. And, I can't remember how many were in that category to win. I think maybe 6 or 7. It wasn't a lot. Like, it was a pretty good odds at that point. So you're all excited, and then they announce the gold winner, the gold award recipient, I get the words right, for that, and the name wasn't mine. Like, And so from that excitement and nervousness of having to go up on stage, and yes, I know I speak but on stage, and I do a lot of talking and things, but I still get nervous every time. And so my name wasn't called. And I kind of went, okay, so now I'm not very happy because I didn't win. And so I've gone down a bit, and I received a bronze for that category, which I wasn't happy with at the time because I wanted my gold, So I looked at it after, I've thought about it a lot, and yes, I am highly competitive, so yes, I want to be the best, and that's where I strive to be every day. Everything I do, I strive to be the best I can be. And at the same time, you're not always the best compared to other people, but you're best you can be for yourself on the day and every day. And I'm fine with that. But there are times it's like you pitch for a new contract and you don't get it. So you're all excited about it, and you've had the initial meeting, and everybody's, it sounds good, and you feel like you're connected with them, and it's a great project, and you're really excited about it, and you do what you need to put in your written submission, whatever it is you need to do, and your pricing and the whole scope of works, all of that. And then you get the email or the phone call that says, nah, you didn't get it. We've gone with, and you may or may not ever know who they went with, but no, we've chosen someone else. And so you come crashing back down, disappointed. You gave it your best shot, but you're still disappointed because, well, A, in that case, it's money in the bank. Like, B, it's a good job, and I'll put the money first because I am the cash flow queen, so I've got to put the money first. But, it's about the fact that it was a good job and it was one you wanted to do, but now you don't have that opportunity, and it might have been a whole raft of other reasons in behind why you really wanted to do that particular project. And so for me, the awards, that part of that award ceremony really hit home how like that it is. And so, as I said, I was a finalist in 2 categories. Again, excitement peaks, adrenaline rushing around, kind of, okay, now I've got to go up on the stage. And at this point, I knew I would be up on stage because as a visitor from outside the US, you get to have an acceptance speech on stage, irrespective of what what your reward is. As a finalist, you do get to go up. So I knew I'd be going up, just kind of was waiting to see what that looked like. And what was really funny was I hadn't really looked too hard at who the other people were on the list. And the announcer announces, and from out of the country, please welcome to the stage, bronze winner, Amanda. And I've stood up, like my name, hey, Amanda. And then the next word out of her mouth isn't Fisher. And I go, oh, kind of, huh? And then, of course, I immediately sit back down again, feeling a little bit of a goose. And some other Amanda was also in the finalists for that award. It was really quite funny at the time. And so she gets up, does her acceptance speech, and then the announcer announces, and coming from a long distance away, I'm thinking, yeah, that's got to be me. And it was a silver, and I was so excited. So excited. Yes, I was gunning for gold, but silver was just as good as gold for me. And at that point, it hit home just what I'd done, just how much I'd achieved and how important that award was. And even now, like just thinking about it, yeah, it was really emotional to realise just how much I've achieved and the recognition of what I've done. And it, yeah, anyway, had to pull myself together, and I better pull myself together now. But it is that roller coaster ride, isn't it? You know, one day you're flying high, business is booming, and then something happens and it feels like you come crashing down that roller coaster and you're at the bottom of it, and you're crawling your way back up again, and then you know, you get to the top and it's like, oh, this is pretty cool, but then there's another down, or there's a down and there's a further up. You know, like there's this mountain we're climbing and it's always higher, there's always more to do, we can always do better. But it is a roller coaster ride, and we have to acknowledge that it is that and be prepared to run with that and understand that we are on that roller coaster, and it is going to go up, it is going to go down, but it's going to be fine in the long run. That's the key. Focus on the long run. It will be fine. Stay positive, do your best, and ride that roller coaster.